Hey my friends, welcome in. Welcome back to my page, DIY with Crafty Sarah. I appreciate you guys so much. You find us on Facebook. Oh God. Oh, you guys, I have to get my password. What the heck? Why does Facebook do this? Of course, I don't have anything. We'll see if that gets me in. Good gravy. Nope. Oh, there I'm in. What the heck? Why did... I tell you guys. I get so... It just gets exasperating. Well, at least it says I'm live. I was thinking, oh my gosh, have I gone in on a different page? That would happen. That could totally happen. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Chris. So tonight we're going to do this little transfer. It's this little ghost in these flowers. I'm going to do it, I think, I saw this inspiration and I loved it. So I'm going to try that. That's what I'm going to try to shoot for. Don't really need a piece this big, but I guess I'll go with a piece this big because it's here. So I was at a garage sale a couple years ago and a girl had just like a box full of wood. So this was a piece of that wood. So I'm just going to paint this black. That's going to be my start. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. God, they fly by, don't they? It's like, it's Friday, and the next thing you know, it's Monday. It's like, what in the world? They fly by. Did you guys do anything fun this weekend? Everybody's summers are kind of winding down. School's starting, and which to me just seems ludicrous. But and tomorrow, you guys, is a Couture holiday launch. It's a small one, but it's a launch. There will be more. This is just the first, but heads up, it's coming tomorrow morning. And I saw some of it, and it's cute. I'm going to have to watch it. I just started to watch it, and then I thought, you better get out there and figure out what you're going to do for your live, goofball. And so I haven't watched it all. And I've today been cutting things for my whatnot for Friday night at 7 o'clock. I've got a bunch of new stuff. And I continue each day to cut more. So look for that. Friday night at 7 o'clock on Whatnot. Everything I sold on Friday, this last Friday, shipped out on Saturday morning. Everything did. So everybody should be receiving their stuff soon. I hope. Because we don't get paid until you guys receive it. It's something like, I think I read 4 hours after it's received, like 4 hours? How did they figure that out? Then we get our money. And one of my girls, I said to my girlfriend on Sunday, or on Saturday, I always call her up and say, you want to go farting around? And we did. We went over to a town that's about 60 miles away. Maybe a little more than 60. And hit the Hobby Lobby and did some, they have a J.C. Penney's over there, which we don't have anything any closer. And so we went there, and we went to another store called Cato that has cute clothes. Looking there. I said to her, now I forgot I was even going to tell you guys. Oh well. Oh well. I lost it. As soon as I get it, I lose it. That's the joy of being old. One of the joys. One of the joys. I am kind of ready for, although I love to craft fall, you guys. I love fall, so. But it's dang hot. Today our humidity was 95%. When I walked this morning, it was 95% humidity. I thought I was going to die. But I didn't. I lived. I lived through it. Man, it was wet though. And my yard was wet all day. So what I want to do with this background is I want the black to show through, but I want some pinks through there. So I picked out Cotton Candy and Vintage Pink. And I'm going to try and just like loosely color the background with those. We'll see here. We'll see what I figure out. I do want to get the bottom of this. And then I was looking around for a candle holder to glue this to. And I know I have them, but of course I can't find it. But I did find a wooden fennel or whatever you call them. It says it's a candlestick. And it came from the wood pile from Hobby Lobby. But I don't know if it's still there or not. All right, we got all 4 sides covered. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to paint over it, you guys. I'm going to paint over it. So it doesn't really have to be solidly covered. Man, I saw some cute stuff coming out though. And here's the deal, you guys. I ordered yesterday just because I wanted the new paste. If I knew there was going to be a launch, I would have waited till tomorrow. Story of my life. Like, oh my gosh. So I wanted to get the color of the month, which is Home. And it's a shimmer Home. So I really want to get that. All right, so that side's pretty. I'm just gonna get rid of this thing. They're great, but they're kind of annoyingly in the way. That side is dry enough, I think. And I cleaned off my mat this weekend. Oh my Lord, you guys, that took me some time. I need to be better about that. Better in that I need to keep paint off of it. Because Lord have mercy, I had myself a mess. Big old mess. So I don't even know if this is like, let's see here. Do I seriously not even have a There we go. Like, do I not even have a ruler? So this is like 5. It must be a square. I didn't know if it was like evenly a square. So I'm probably going to go with, I might just go with the rough sides up and down, or on the bottom and top. The rough edges. I don't know if I'll regret that as far as gluing, but I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to take some pinks. I'm just going to go with Cotton Candy, which is a light pink, and Vintage Pink. And you know what I need to grab? I need to grab white for my ghost, you guys. I think I'm going to pick up light buttermilk, though, because I don't think I want just like white. So he is a slim cut from Couture, or she. It's a she, because she's going to be a pink. I kind of like the. I went to the Dollar General, you guys, and they're they have some pink stuff that's pretty cute. I thought, oh man, I could jump on that wagon. I'm not really a pink girl, but I like the pink Halloween stuff. I need to make sure I'm painting the right side of this thing, because Lord knows I do the back side sometimes. I'm just going to take that down right on there. And I'm just going to grab a brush and give it, because this is probably going to take a couple coats. This is some weird MDF. So I might just leave. I may end up having to put black back in there. I almost feel like I should just. I almost feel like I should just use this brush. What would happen if I did? Would it just be horrible? And I'm just going to kind of go up and down. Probably end up bringing some black back into it, although I'm seeing the black in there and I like that. That's what I want. And then I just want some Lord, I have enough paint out for 10 of these. Didn't quite get to the edge over here. I think I like that, you guys. That's what I've got right there. Just kind of, so you can kind of see. I could put a little black in there. Let me see if I can just. When you squeeze out way more than you want. Hi, Laura. Yeah, that was too much. Do you see there's a launch tomorrow, Laura? It's the beginning of several. Brandy said there would be, it's not the big launch, it's the mini launch. Ooh, I think I like that. All right, I like that. Now, I need to paint my little ghosty. Again. I'm doing the little ghost. And it's just on a wooden block. Just a scrap. I went to a garage sale a couple of years ago and there's a girl that she did like cricket signs, and she had all these different shapes of wood that some were stained, some weren't. A lot of them were like this, a 1x2 or a 2x4 that she just cut into chunks, and she would put little cricket signs on them and sell them, and she was just selling the wood pieces. So I bought the whole box for like $2 or something. So I thought I should use one of those. So I grabbed one of those pieces. And we're gonna roll with it. I've been cutting out stuff all day, Laura. Whatnot, Friday night. I think it might be dry. Yeah, tomorrow at 10 o'clock is the launch of it's the first launch. It's not the big launch. I can't remember how many Brandy said there would be, but it's some holiday and some heat transfers. All right, so that is going to set on there, and like I said, I think that it's exactly the same size. And I feel like I would like to have my sides be black. I think I just want my front. And of course, Laura, I ordered yesterday because I wanted the paste of the month. If I would have known we were having a launch, I would not have ordered yesterday. I would have held off, but whatever. That's how they get our money, because they don't let us know until, I shouldn't say till it's too late, but so that is going to be our surface that we're going to do our little ghosty on. Let me just make sure. You have been. I didn't see any elf on this one. I don't think there's any, I don't think there's anything licensed on this one. I might be wrong, but I didn't, in what I was seeing sitting behind her, I didn't see it, but I might be wrong. I bet there'll be some fun heat transfers of elf. I got my resin molds today. I have flowers from my brother's funeral that I would like to put into some resin. That I would just like to save from you guys from like 10 years ago. He's been gone like 10 years. I was going to try and save that black, but I can't get that open. That's dry. Set that down. Get a fuzzing cloth. I don't know, these whatnots are kind of killing me. Because I have to cut stuff out to, I'm not that, I know some people don't cut them out, and then they cut them out like when they get ordered, but I need to have at least 1 or 2 cut out. Even if I offer 3 or 4, if I have 1 or 2 cut out, then I'm good. This is cute. This is just called Rustic Ghost. So the outside of the transfer is rustic. So I'm probably going to use that too. So I did it in, this is going to be, you know what, I should have done it in black. You guys, I should have done it in black. Because there's so much screen that what I chalk is going to be the white. So I need to do it in black. Sometimes you just have to see it to know it. Because then the eyes are going to be black and the lines on the outside will be black. A lot of times I can't picture it until I put it down, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a goofball. But we all know that anyway. Thanks, Deb. I don't know why when you do that, Deb, is it, oh, there you go, it said it. I'm like, why did it not answer you? It did, up above. Yes, there's some new surfaces. She did say that, but I didn't watch it long enough to know. I think I saw some Christmas tree, some little Christmas tree surfaces. But I need to go, after I get done here, I will go watch it. And then I will, if I can post it on my VIP page, if I can get some pictures, I will. I mean, there's like one A transfer. You know, it's not a huge launch, but you know how that goes. It'll still probably be over $100 to a couple $100 or whatever if you buy them all. That type of thing, which I don't. I'm not buying them all. I can't do that. This old girl can't do that. Just saying. I should not have taken that tape off there. It's a lot easier to chalk it with the tape down. This is the darkest MDF I've ever seen. I don't know who cut it out, but man, that's dark. Dark, dark, dark. Okay, so see all that screen? So all of that is going to be white. I'm going to put that down and get that on there. Turn my little thingy. I think I'm going to use, do I want white? Or do I want vanilla? Vanilla's pretty white, but it's still not white white. It's not stark white. Trying to think, because I think I want this outside stuff to be on my block, and I might want that in vanilla. So I think I'm going to go with that. And I wonder if I shouldn't be waxing this a little bit. I almost feel like that feels cold. Almost like it's not quite dry. But, well, let's chalk him first. And then we can, then we'll worry about the other. Okay. Oop, can't get a hold of it. Perfect. Boy, that'll be easy to clean. Because it's all, oop, he's taped down. See? That's why he needed to be black. Oop. So that will go on there. You guys, I just feel like it feels cold a bit. Usually when things feel cold, they're not dry. They're just not quite dry. But I'm about ready to give up on this Minwax. There's so much in there, but it's so hard. And it's so hard for me to get it, you know, to get it on my little cloth. Now it feels really soft. I might regret that. No, I won't. Okay, so now I'm thinking, well, I want that dry. Do I want to raise it, or do I want to just make him be flat on there? You have spent a lot on whatnot lately? Hey, Lori. I should have looked for some. There's some little pink ribbon there. Like, I should have looked for some pink ribbon. Because I just don't do a whole lot with pink. So there is a spot on this wood that's not perfect. I think that might work right there. Ooh, my computer just shut down. It got really quiet in here. It went to sleep. It takes forever for it to go to sleep, but when it does. So we're just going to glue that on there like that. And then I'm going to wipe this transfer off, because it's got some little flowers on the bottom, and I want those on here. And then it's got some kind of rustic on the edges, and I kind of want that on there too. So we're just going to use a wipe, and we'll just wipe it off, I think. Because really, and the reason why is I just don't want any paste to get on my, on there. Any white, you know, that doesn't belong. That doesn't belong. Anybody school start this week? I think we start here this week. I know my friends that work at school had to go today for their first. Hi, Diane. Had to go today. Diane, there's a launch tomorrow morning, a small Christmas launch. You might want to look at tomorrow if you have time. It's not going to be the only one, but it's the first one. So the inside of our fuzzing towels are microfiber. Those are for drying. So if that doesn't give you any lint. If you use the outside, that's what gives you lint. And that's what helps your stick not be so crazy. Because it can be crazy. Lord, can it be crazy. So maybe I'll just go like that, just for the heck of it. I should have done my board first, shouldn't I? Think I can pop that off. Yep. I can. And I am. So I'm going to lay this down, and I'm not going to get the ghost. let me see. But I want these little flowers down here on the bottom, and I want the rusticness of this around here. So I'm going to have to move it to get my whole block. Because my block is a little bit bigger than, but I want this stuff on the side here. And if I get it on my ghost, it doesn't really matter because my ghost is going to go over that, although it might not match perfectly. So I'm going to try not to. I feel like I just stuck something on my face. Didn't go through so good, but it's okay. It's distressed. And it's looking distressed. It is looking distressed. But that's okay. Holy cats, I don't even think any of that came through. Let's see if I can get it on this side. Even just a little would be nice. There we go. That's good. Just gonna lay that on my backer sheet. I'll take it in the house and wash it. We'll be good to go. Okay, now my little ghosty gets glued on there. And I need to paint that candle holder. That's one thing I liked about this glue, you guys. If I would have used Stick Fast or that Sure Bonder, I would have been screwed. Just saying, I would have been screwed. It would not have let me be able to pick that up. This glue dries, it dries good and solid, but it gives you time. And I don't know about you guys, but there's times when I need time because I screw up and I'm like, oh no, I need to do this or I need to do that. And I'm like, holy mackerel. That's why I love that glue. Just going to put that black back away, but you know what? I'm going to end up using it all. How are you, Tracy? Did you see there's a launch tomorrow, Tracy? There is. And I have a wet knot Friday night at 7 o'clock, if anybody's interested. new stuff. That sucks, doesn't it, Tracy? But we're not going to sell out. They said they have good inventory. And it's not the only launch that we have. Although they did say they are not most likely not going to reorder. They could possibly have time to reorder, but they said they just feel like their inventory is good enough that they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to reorder. So we'll see. Hopefully. So I'm going to put this on here. And then I'm going to put hot glue on here, you guys. So stick now, stick later, right? And hope to God you get it in the center. Pretty close. Maybe not perfect, but pretty close. Now, I have some little pink flowers. And I have two ways I can go. I have these from the Dollar Tree. And I have these little flowers. Let me see how these look. Let me see if I can snip those off enough. Let's see. I don't want to use my fabric scissors. And she needs a bow in her hair. Or her head. No hair on her ghosty head. So I was just going to see if I could just kind of plop some of these. I like that. I think I'm going to go with that. I think those are too big. So I'm not going to get nutty about it, but I just thought pink was kind of fun for Halloween. Because Halloween doesn't have to be blood and guts. I really prefer that it not be, but my husband was telling me today that he went across the street from our business. There's a taxidermy guy. And he said he had a deer head or a bear head and a lion head laying in there. I was like, gross. He goes, I think this is kind of cute right here. He goes, yeah, there's a bear head in there, and there's a lion head in there, and the skins. You know, you don't think about how taxidermy works. You know, I don't know what I think, but I know whatever I think is not right. I don't know what I thought, but, you know, you think they just stuff them, but you don't, you know, they can't, they have to get their stuff out of them, or they can't, you know, I mean, duh, but I was just like, oh. And then he said there was a girl over there who was like skinning the pelts or something, taking the, I'm like, oh man, you couldn't pay me enough for that job. No, thank you. Says the girl whose husband's a funeral director. Me too, Tracy. I like cute. I like the cute. Definitely like the cute. So I have 4 down here. Can't have 4. I'm going to have 5 because you can't have 4. You just can't have 4. So where's this one going to go? Don't really, I could do it right up there. So I don't really want them all just like lined up in a row, right? And I feel like there should be that's probably too much. I feel like there should be something wrapped around the bottom here, but I think this is probably too much. That is going to be too much. Then I thought maybe jute. Maybe just a jute bow. Look at that. They tied my jute together. Nothing irks me more than when I buy a roll of ribbon and they've taped the ribbon together when you get into it. That is so annoying. And you feel like you've been gypped. That's way too big. And maybe 2 bows will look stupid. I don't know. I'm going to go with it. Might look down, but I'm going to go with it. I just feel like this needs to be covered down here because I glued it together. And you could use like rub and buff on here or like our gilding. I don't know, you guys, that's pretty cute. That is pretty cute. There she is. Just a cute little thing to set on like my buffet or something. I think it's pretty cute. I like the pinks and trying to get the glue hairs off. All right, guys. There you go. That's our project for the night. What was the surface you're using? This is just a, ooh, that would have been terrible. This is just a 2x4 or 2 by something. 2 by, it's just a piece of junk. It's 5 inches. It's a 1 by, probably a, it's past 1 inch. So what would that be? Because it's like 1 1/4. So that wouldn't be an inch wood, would it? It would be 2, probably like a 2. Like a 2x4, but it's a 2x5. Two by 5. I don't know. So it's 5 inches. This little thing is 5 by 5, and then it's 2 inches thick. It's just a scrap piece of wood. Yep. So there you go, guys. Alrighty. Thanks, Chris. You guys have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you. And I will be around probably tomorrow. And I'll be out here cutting many more new things for my whatnot. Trying to get some stuff painted, but I'm struggling, you guys. Struggling to paint when I'm busy cutting stuff out for my whatnots all the time. But thanks, Laura. So you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.